Young Bucks 2-on-1. Oh, God, feed me Omega. God, give me the Young Bucks 2-on-1.
Somebody give Ryback the Young Bucks 2-on-1. Certainly the CM Punk got the Young Bucks 2-on-1 with Kenny Omega 3-on-1 allegedly, right? So, hey man, it looks like somebody's already taken Ryback's dream away from him. CM Punk got the Young Bucks and Omega 3-on-1 or 3-on-2 if you count Ace Steel biting people and whatever allegedly. What's up, everybody? We got a ton of stuff to talk about here, and I got a little bit of time. Good to be here with you guys. Hit the like button if you can. We got Roman Reigns. This is something I've been talking about for months. That this Roman Reigns news goes back 6 months to that Roman Reigns was going to wanted time off, wanted more time, things like that. A little bit similar to AJ Styles, but the difference with AJ Styles, Vince McMahon said, fine, you don't want to be the champ anymore, you don't want to carry the ball. Well, all right, we'll put you in some kind of lower mid-card role, and that sounds good to me. But Vince McMahon was unwilling to get rid of Roman Reigns in that way. So Vince McMahon compromised with Reigns. So with AJ Styles, they said, okay, AJ, you want to go play video games, you want to see your family more, you don't want to be the champion. All right, AJ Styles, listen. We'll put you in that sort of veteran, you help other people get over status, and we will take the belt off you so you don't have to travel everywhere with it and be the face of the company. You don't want that, okay. And then AJ Styles proceeded to have these, whatever AJ Styles has done, cruised as AJ Styles over the last 3 years. And, I've been talking about that for years now with AJ Styles, about 2 years. And now, then Roman Reigns says basically the same thing. Hey, man, this is a lot of work. I need more time off. Meanwhile, the networks want Roman Reigns every Monday and Friday. Now, back in the day, Stone Cold Steve Austin, if this was back in the day, Stone Cold Steve Austin would have wrestled on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday if you asked him to. In fact, he probably would have preferred it. Stone Cold Steve Austin would have wanted to wrestle on Raw. He would have wanted to wrestle on SmackDown. Hell, Stone Cold Steve Austin, back in the day, would have wanted to wrestle on NXT, right? Because that was the level of, there was so many people, you didn't want to lose your spot. You didn't want to lose your spot, and you wanted to be competitive, and you wanted to make money and all those sort of things. But now you just make a ton of money like Roman anyway, and the company really needs you, and there's nobody that Roman is really that afraid of losing his spot to. And he's had a thing with cancer, and so that's a little bit eye-opening that, hey, I need some personal life time. I understand that. So that's a little more humanizing, but basically now it's like Roman's like, yo, I don't care. I don't want to work so much, right? So here's the thing. Triple H wants Roman to be more a part of everything. Vince McMahon did not. So my title might be wrong on this video. My title might be wrong. Yo, Jerome Spicer, happy birthday tomorrow if I don't talk to you, but I probably will see you. Instead of Roman Reigns unhappy with WWE, the title of this video really should have been WWE and Roman Reigns not on the same page, or WWE now not happy with Roman Reigns. That would really be the more accurate title. So I do admit this title is kind of backwards, because Roman is, happy for the most part with what Vince had set up for him, because he negotiated that and asked for that. Monday Night Raw on the USA Network. The USA Network wants Roman Reigns on the show. Fox on Friday nights wants Roman Reigns on the show. They argued about that before. And now, the funny thing about it is now neither one is going to get it. Now neither one gets what they want. So now not only does Roman Reigns not appear every single week on SmackDown, but now he certainly isn't really appearing on Monday Night Raw. So it was a bit of a jealousy thing with the networks, where USA Network was like, wow, Fox gets Roman every Friday. What do we get? You get the top star every Friday. We get nobody, maybe, unless Brock shows up or somebody. Okay. So it's just what it is, man. So there's this conflict going on right now. It's not a huge deal. You're going to see people making a big deal out of it, like Roman Reigns wants out of WWE, WWE wants out of Roman. All these goofy, titles and and headlines and goofy shit like that. But you know what I mean? It's going to be overblown. The fact of the matter is that when Vince McMahon was in WWE, when he had spoken to Roman, Vince did not mind acquiescing to Roman Reigns a bit, but also Vince knew what the networks wanted, and I think he was kind of ignoring it for the most part, and then they tried to acknowledge it, you know, over some of the SummerSlam time, and before that, they tried to get Roman on both shows. But Vince knew that Roman didn't want to be overbooked or booked too much. So, which, you know, that's something Hulk Hogan did back in the day. You guys remember this if you're younger or whatever. And if you didn't exist back in the 90s and 80s, I can tell you right now. When I was a kid, I would go to a WWF house show. There was no Hulk Hogan. And I'd be like, oh, man, I was a kid. I didn't understand. I was like, Hulk Hogan's going to be here. He wasn't. You know, like the main events were like Shawn Michaels versus, you know what I mean, like Bret Hart or something like that, you know, or like the main event would be, you know, Mr. Perfect versus the narcissist Lex Luger. And you'd be like, oh, where's Hulk Hogan, you know? And Hogan didn't work all these house shows, you know? And same thing when it came to TV. Hogan didn't appear on every single TV thing they did, of course. You know, Hogan mostly would make 1 or 2 appearances, it felt like, and then do a pay-per-view. You know, 1 or 2 appearances a month and then do a pay-per-view, which did make the WWF title and Hulk Hogan seem more special. But, you know, in the end, you know, Roman kind of wants that now. But when the Attitude Era happened and the WWE was struggling, I mean, good Lord, if you went to a house show in 1997, I went to a house show in 1998. Put it this way, I went to a house show in 1998 at a tent show outside in front of 3,000 people. The main event was Mankind versus Triple H in the main event. I went there about a year and a half later, and the main event was D-Generation X versus like a whole bunch of other people. I don't remember now actually who it was. But then there was a match before that. I mean, dude, that featured the Intercontinental Championship. And I remember the year before that, Stone Cold Steve Austin was there. And Stone Cold Steve Austin was at the TD Garden or at the Boston Garden, whatever you want to call it. Undertaker and Stone Cold Steve Austin versus KANE and Mankind, I believe it was, or something like that. Or no, it was whatever. It was the 4 of them in the main event. In a house show. You know what I mean? Like, so at that point, all hands were on deck. These guys were ready to perform no matter what. But basically, like I'm saying, Roman Reigns doesn't want to wrestle every week, let alone wrestle twice on Raw and SmackDown. But if I'm Triple H, I want Roman Reigns on SmackDown and Raw most weeks. You know, if I'm Triple H. So right now, Triple H is trying to ask Roman Reigns, hey, man, you used to appear every week on SmackDown, but the networks want you on Raw and SmackDown. I want you on Raw and SmackDown. You don't want to wrestle every week. You want to wrestle, you know, you want to appear once a month and then wrestle the pay-per-view. And not even every pay-per-view. So there's a disagreement here. There's no arguing that whatsoever. This is very similar to when Brock Lesnar was angry and walked out for a second. And then he got his bearings, came back and did the right thing. But you know, he was upset about Vince McMahon being pushed out. And he was also upset that, you know, he had clear plans with Vince. He likes working and dealing with Vince. And now he's got to deal with Triple H. Things are changing and Vince is gone. Brock Lesnar freaked out for a second, but Brock Lesnar came back. You know, I would say this is like that, but more of a slow burn, right? This is more of a slow burn where Roman is, you know, unsure of this, not really happy with Triple H's take at all. And he was already happy with being completely out the door almost, you know, or as far as like not having to appear much and making two or three appearances a month or less, you know, on WWE TV. And now he's, you know, being asked like, hey, man, we need you for like 5 to 6 appearances a month. You know, not 1 or 3, you know, like this is crazy. So they're not necessarily like fighting, and nor is, you know, Roman going to leave or something, or are they going to force him to do something? If that was the case, they would have had him lose to Drew McIntyre. Like if they were that concerned, Roman would have just lost to Drew McIntyre. But the bottom line is that there is a disagreement. You know, you have Triple H who wants to be here, and the WWE officials who want to be here. Roman wants to be here, and Roman used to be here. Let's say the microphone is where Roman used to be. Triple H wants Roman here. Roman wants to be here, and now is here. Roman is right here. Roman used to be here. He's here now. Triple H wants him over here, though. So there is a issue going on right now in WWE as far as Roman Reigns' booking, arguably the most important guy in the company right now. Guys, if you can hit that like button and stick the thumb up my ass, I appreciate it, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. How you guys doing? Let's get to 69 likes if we can, or Baby Dolphins will die. I'm sorry I was 5 minutes late to the stream. My son, believe it or not, has a fever. It's never ending, man. We all had COVID 4 weeks ago, and now my son has a fever. My daughter is sick. She had to go to the doctor's today. Our dog passed away on Saturday. It's been I believe, a nightmare week for me. But hey, man, it could be worse. You know what I mean? So sorry about that's why I was a little bit late there. AEW has, and by the way, we'll come back to this Roman stuff. There's other stuff to talk about. AEW has removed several stars from the poster, from the pay-per-view poster coming up, including the Elite removed from the pay-per-view poster or whatever. CM Punk obviously removed. I mean, he's injured. That's not a big tell. A lot of people like CM Punk removed, and oh my God, well, he's injured, so, CM Punk removed. Yes, he's injured. Of course he's removed. What do you expect there? But the Elite being pulled from it, that's interesting. So, in my opinion, what I would do is, since they've removed the Elite from the AEW poster, is it Fight for the... What is the pay-per-view, guys? Do you remember what it is? It's an F. It begins with an F, whatever it is. Do you guys remember what it is? What is it? It's... what the hell is it? What's the event? It's not the All Out pay-per-view. Yeah, no. Full Gear. Thank you. Full Gear. So the Elite has been removed from the Full Gear poster. So if I'm AEW, what I would do with this, I would have the Elite show up in the crowd, almost as audience members, and I would have them jump in the ring and attack a babyface. Whoever the babyface is, have them attack them or something. I don't know. I would do something like that. I mean, what else are you going to do for Full Gear, to be honest? But they're off the plans. Anyway, guys, if you want to support my streams, use the Super Chat feature down below. Super Chats are on. If you want to donate to the stream, the link is up top. It's pinned to the top of the chat. Feel free to use the donation links if you guys want to keep the shows on the air, keep me going here more. That'd be great. Or just subscribe if you can't do that, or like, or whatever you go. I don't know. Let's go to a few of what you guys are saying in the donations. Let's see.
Do a little basketball dance off the concrete.
This is my man, Gerald Armstrong. Look at him.
Devil worshippers. I'll be honest, I'd like to take a big bite out of your face.
Austin wasn't even afraid to wrestle on WWF Superstars.
Yeah, Gerald Armstrong, it's crazy. It's like Stone Cold Steve Austin was on Superstars. He was at house shows. He would do every media appearance you could ever believe. The guy just loved it to death. This is a different era now where everybody's like, oh, it's not the most important thing in the world. I'm making millions of dollars. I could make even more millions of dollars, but it's not the most important thing in the world, To be a super elite wrestler and to be on top of the game, you would like 3 to 5 years where you're balls to the wall, the guy in the company. And, to be honest, Roman Reigns has been one of the top guys now for a while, so maybe he is, maybe it's fizzled out a bit for him, but right now is the biggest time, I believe, in his career. Despite when the Shield debuted. When the Shield debuted and the Shield was going, that was the biggest moment besides right now. All the stuff in the middle, that was them trying to get Roman over, and people didn't want it, and he wasn't the biggest thing, But his first, until the Shield broke up, that guy was at the top of his game. So, it's different than Stone Cold coming up and being the ringmaster and shit for like 2 years. Stone Cold Steve Austin, 96, 97, the ringmaster or Steve Austin, and it wasn't until, the King of the Ring, really, and things like that guy felt I could become the guy. I could become the man. I could become the top guy in the WWE. And so, he got an elevated taste from WCW mid success to ECW bottom to WWF bottom to WWF mid card to WWF top guy to the guy in all of wrestling. You know what I mean? The ascent there was great, a gradual, wonderful ascent for Steve Austin. Whereas Roman Reigns came into the company kind of a top guy as the Shield, a top build attraction. You know what I mean? And then started to have to exist on his own for a while, and now is the top, main full-time wrestler in the company. So I don't know, I'm sure he's got a bit of entitlement that's a little bit different. And, Roman's been great. He's had cancer. He's had to battle that. He's got a family and things like that. I totally get it. It's a different era and things like that. But again, we need that badassery back, man. We need the toxic masculinity back in WWE in order to get over these things.
Do a little basketball dance off the concrete. I mean, I'm just so sick of you little meth head devil worshippers.
Have some Dunkin' Donuts, guys. What's up?
I'll be honest. I'd like to take a big bite out of your face.
Did you know Mick Foley's daughter has OnlyFans, plus Keith Ray Barber got arrested for having nude photos of minors on his PC?
He got arrested for that? Lewis Ware, thank you for the $1. Jesus. Did he really get arrested for that? Wow. I mean, I don't know if that's true. That's allegedly from you, but yikes. Bro, that's weird if that's true. It's not that weird, though, because, I mean, the guy waxed it on the fucking in a school to kids, so. I don't know about that, though. It sounds that could be fake. I don't know. But, yeah, Mick Foley's daughter, we've talked about her having an OnlyFans. You know what I mean? I've made jokes about it. Like, did you know the Mrs. Foley's baby boy's baby girl is showing everybody her baby maker on OnlyFans? Like, I think I made that joke on Twitter. Amazingly, that's okay on Twitter, but how dare I try to referee a fight and slap anybody? You know what I mean? Schlong Raw Sap, you better not threaten to slap him and referee a match with him, or you'll be off Twitter forever. But you can engage in a real argument and fight and actually get into a fight with somebody. But when you have 10,000 when you have 10,000 patrons on Patreon, and you make $80,000 a month on Patreon, I guess you can buy anybody and do anything. So, but at least I have 160 patrons. Fightful has 10,000 or something like that. So, I don't think we'll ever be able to fight that. Just deal with it, man. They don't care, bro. They don't care if you got people to take care of or nothing. They'll just take your shit. It's called the wrestling business. It's called the wrestling world. These reporters will stab each other in the back just to get another person off the air. You know what I mean? It's fucking insane. That's what they'll do. Seriously. And what's crazy is I've been one of the longest people doing this, and I don't do that to other people. I don't go around trying to take other people's fucking shit out or whatever. I don't do that. I've always just thought I'm going to kick ass. But, these people are fucking nuts, bro. But when you talk money when things are about money, people will do some crazy shit for money. You know what I mean? It's fucking crazy. People will do some nutty things for money, which I understand because, fuck, I would, I'd drive my car over a bridge at this point just to give my family insurance money, because I don't need to be alive anymore, and it would support them, so I get it. People do crazy shit for money. I get it. But, those people will do nuts. They'll fight you in public, and if you say something, they'll use it as an opportunity to get you taken off of Twitter. I love it. Welcome to America, And I know that these people are all woke people, so they're the people that say, I'm a virtuous, good, woke person. I'm doing the right thing. You're all racists and homophobes and bad, toxic people. So just call your opponent toxic and get them taken. That's what you do. That's what these people do nowadays. And you know what I mean? If you're somebody like me who's an independent person who's like, yo, I'm free to say whatever, they don't like that. They don't like that. They want you to shut up so they can make money. That's what they want to do. And, people like that nowadays. They want people censored. I mean, look at all the people that voted for this stuff, So many people voted for people like, Biden. They want to shut anybody up who doesn't agree with them. So, and if you don't agree with them, you're a terrorist or something. It's crazy. That's what the internet's like right now. You're a terrorist if you don't agree, or if you don't agree, if you say something, if you fight back, you're a terrorist or a harasser or somebody. You know, it's just like, okay, you're just supposed to take it. That's what's supposed to happen. But, you know, these people are basically Hitler, you know, Hitler-esque type of people. It's a dirty game out there, you know?
Shit, BUMM.
It is what it is, bro.
Maybe, just maybe, Roman is starting to get burned out. Who knows, though? Anyways, R.I.P. Melly.
Thank you, Arushin Chu. Arushin Chu! Yes, thank you, man. I was looking at my dog's hair this morning, thinking about her again, yeah. Aru, thanks for becoming a $5 shit bum, man. I don't think I'll ever be over this dog, man. It's just crazy. Oh, my God, bro, it's a mess. Aru, thank you, man. Yeah, I think that Roman did he's been saying that for a while. I mean, you can go back and look at the news. Even my videos that I've put up with Roman Reigns, like, yo, I want some time off. I need to be booked a little bit less. AJ Styles did this. You know, AJ Styles wanted to be booked less, so they took the belt off him. You know, Vince wanted to push AJ Styles as, like, the top guy for a long time.
Shit, BUMM.
AJ said no.
The one is here. Hope you're having a good day, Joe. Report is Omos is facing Goldberg at Saudi and Lesnar versus Lashley.
Hey, how you doing, man? Omos is facing Goldberg at Saudi. Oh my God. Let's hope Omos wins that, I guess. I don't know. Lesnar versus Lashley. I could see that at Saudi Arabia, DWELSH. I could see that. You know, Saudis have been okay. It will be an okay event, you know, as they have been. They've been, you know, that's what they've been, man. DWELSH, thank you. The one is here, guys. The one. We're not talking about Neo. We're talking about DWELSH. At least they make money, but that's what, you know, that's what it's really going to be about, is that they make this extra payday. They make this money, you know. I don't know exactly what Goldberg is making to face Omos. Like, I would assume Omos is going to make like $20,000 or $10,000 for that match. I don't know that. I'm just making up numbers. I'm assuming Omos makes like $10,000, $20,000, maybe, for his appearance in Saudi Arabia. But I'm betting that Goldberg is probably going to make $500,000. You know? I mean, I don't remember anymore what the number is for Saudi. Isn't it something like, I believe it was something like $50 million. Am I crazy? I think it was like 3 years for $50 million or 4 years for $50 million. So WWE would do all these special events in Saudi Arabia. They would get $50 million, right? I don't remember now. But you know, for the most part, $20 million.
There's something going on.
Whoa!
There's something going on.
Oh shit! Allison Tucker!
Weird kinda happening, strange kinda happening, things are kinda happening. What the fuck is happening? Aliens, extraterrestrials, they gave me a shot. Nanotechnology. I'm not me. You're not you. I'm fucking crazy, split personality, Scott McKinnon.
Tony Khan should be glad that MJF and CM Punk and all the other wrestlers are there that know what they're doing, carry that company on their back and teaching the rookies, but wasn't for the veterans. I think that would go down like WCW.
Yeah, it is very similar in some ways to WCW, Allison. But, you know, MJF is a fairly new guy, too. You know, MJF, I mean, dude, 4 years ago, MJF was wrestling fucking Grimm's Toy Show. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. But I like MJF a lot. You guys know how much I love fucking MJF, man. All right? MJF is a goddamn godsend. All right? But they've booked this all wrong, man. And they got to stop mentioning WWE. I know that, Jimmy Corderas recently said this, so did a million other people. Bro, they're just plugging WWE like crazy. They're like, WWE, this, that, and the other thing. Dude, you don't even have any wrestlers anymore. And by the way, there goes your New Japan deal in AEW. You know, it's like you want to go do all this stuff in New Japan. How are you going to do it when you don't have the Elite and CM Punk? So you take away the Elite and CM Punk, you're supposed to be renting out wrestlers over at New Japan. You know what I mean? How are you going to do this? Tony Khan needs to stop. Stop with Ring of Honor. stop with New Japan. Just fucking stop it. Focus on your goddamn company instead of being a mark about, dude, the open door and the forbidden door over there, and, oh, it's gaining you no fans. It gains you nothing. Going to New Japan gains you no fans. It does pop about 200,000 of your fans who go, ooh, New Japan. Who gives a shit? So screw New Japan. Tony Khan, listen to me right now. Screw New Japan and screw Ring of Honor. You're fucking taking time out of your show to promote Ring of Honor that isn't even on TV right now. Rampage sucks. Get rid of Rampage. Ring of Honor is Fridays. Maybe. Or just don't even do any of it. Rampage is garnering 300,000 viewers. Ring of Honor isn't even on TV, but we're defending the belts on Dynamite. Why? Why the hell? Why? And explain to me why we're going to give our wrestlers over to New Japan for a couple of weeks coming up when you don't have any wrestlers to do this with. It's goddamn irresponsible, and it's stupid, and it stunts the growth of your company. You talk about Marco Stunt being a midget. This stunts the growth of your company, Tony Khan. Why don't you know this? Why don't you see this? Why don't you know this? I love Tony Khan. Tony Khan has given us wrestling that we shouldn't get. We've had 3 years of extra wrestling because of Tony Khan. Thank God it happened. You know? And it was really Tony Khan, the Elite, and Cody. And it was like, these guys, yes. But now Cody's gone. Tony's, I don't know, out of his mind. The Elite is questionable about what's going on. They signed CM Punk. The guy's injured every 2 seconds. He's fighting with people. It's crazy. Whatever. So I would have the Elite crash Full Gear if I was Tony Khan, but I don't know. I would have had Adam Hangman Page come out and cut a scathing promo. I would have used all this stuff to keep this intrigue and drama going. Have you guys noticed the wrestling news and the drama and the intrigue is dying and dead almost? Because the press conference stuff has been reported to death, and now there's not much else going on. All right? I believe Tony Khan is brilliant. I believe Tony Khan is a brilliant guy in many aspects. I also believe he's an honest fan, and he's a guy who wants to do right by everybody. I do believe that about Tony Khan 100%. But I think some of what Tony Khan is doing is ridiculous. So, you know, I mean, everybody has flaws. I have my flaws for sure, right? A lot of what I do on my channel and what I do is great and wonderful. And then there's some things I do that ended up being a boneheaded decision or a bad, you know, situation, or there's stuff I can't control, but it's not good. I understand. Everybody's like this, you know what I mean? But, you know, the Ring of Honor stuff has to go. No reason why Ring of Honor stuff should be involved at all in your company at this point. When you can't even, you know, you're trying to get your own shit off the ground. They need to get rid of this bonus stuff. By the way, Allison, thank you for the $49.99. That is the largest donation of the stream. Allison, we do want to be careful that this thing doesn't become, you know, sort of a WCW-like situation. And obviously Tony Khan is well aware of how that goes. You know what I mean? This is a guy that just like us knows everything, you know, everything about this stuff. So Allison, that is the top donor. I'll put Allison up top there. She is the top donation. Thank you, Allison. Meltzer is a clown, says Delusional Asshole. I don't think so. I think Meltzer has his points and stuff. I like him for the most part. If you guys want to support the stream, guys, use Super Chat down below if you'd like to. 30% goes to Google, though. If you don't want to give Google 30%, use my donation link, which is pinned to the top of the chat. It's up there, and I will take a sort of a Q&A thing. We'll read your donations and stuff like that right now. It's up to you guys. There's the link right there for it if you want to use it. The donation amounts are listed down below in the chat or in the description. Just expand this video down below to see what they are. Enjoy that. Become a patron on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Matt Jackson saying they weren't talking to WWE, says Keith Richardson. Well, you would say that no matter what, even if they were or weren't. You know, I'm not sure they really were, to be honest, you know, or that someone isn't saying goofy stuff out there, just making stuff up, you know, whatever. So there's no saying that they were or weren't. But even if they were or weren't, they're going to say they weren't, because why would you say you were? So you really can't take that with any amount of anything. I mean, the guy is saying they're not doing it. I'd say the same thing. Here's Man Moore. What's up, Man Moore?
I just got here. What's up, Joe?
Yo, Man Moore, how you doing, dude? I already went over a lot of stuff with the Roman situation, the TV deal, and Triple H being a little bit more to the right and Vince being a more to the left, and Roman's in the middle somewhere with the booking, and so they're all kind of on different pages and things like that. As far as Roman Reigns and the WWE and the creative and stuff like that goes. So there's a big issue there, obviously. Man Moore, thank you for the donation. Thank you, Man Moore. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you for supporting my show, my friend. If you guys want to bring on those super chats, I will read them. It'd be nice to get a couple more of those in there. I'm looking for 2 members today. 2 people to become brand new members today who have never been members. We're looking for you right now. We want to know who those people are going to be, because in a few minutes we are going to go to member mode only in the chat, and I will read all member comments. But we are looking for a couple of members today, so feel free to drop that. Also, check out coffeebrandcoffee.com and use coupon code Cronin. You'll get 5% off your coffee order. And the brand new, in time for Halloween, everybody's talking about Coffee Brand Coffee. It's even becoming a bit of a meme on coffeebrandcoffee.com. But now everybody's fired up over pumpkin freaking spice. Dude, pumpkin spice coffee. I am going to be taste testing it on the air. We're all going to be getting weird when that comes out. It's available for order right now. Coupon code Cronin for your 5 to 15% off. Check it out. I have never had pumpkin spice anything really, except for I think I did have something that Leah made once, but I'm going to try it with coffee and see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. And I will let you know either way what I think about it. Right now we have a total membership of 59 on YouTube. But you guys know that's down 12% from last month, so we are in need of about 10 new members. But I love when we get to 69 members because I'm a fucking child. But I'd love to get to 69 members again on YouTube. You get the green icon, you get the membership badges, and if you stay a member after about 9 months, you unlock all the badges. So that's a lot of fun if you're a psycho like me. Let me see. Mindy's Bakery, yeah, they're still getting reviewed bombed on Google. I'm fine with it as long as people are leaving 5-star reviews. It's not right either way, probably. And the trolling is kind of funny, no doubt about it. It will die down in the next 2 weeks. Mindy's will go back to normal, I'm sure. But as long as people are leaving, at least 5-star reviews and not leaving bullshit, disingenuous reviews, which they'll get removed anyway because you can prove it once someone makes a comment like, hey, Colt Cabana sucks cock and I like muffins. It's they're going to know, okay, this is not a real review. We can go ahead and take that off. So hopefully Mindy's is working with Google to fix that. If not, she should reach out to me, but whatever. But yeah, as long as it's good reviews, it's kind of funny, but you don't want to see, circumvented Google reviews, from anybody. But, I get the situation. Thank you, Man Moore, for the $4.99. Appreciate it. Closed on Mondays and Tuesdays. Somebody asked about Jake the other day. Yeah, Jake is still, sick enough that he doesn't, he can't really be a part of the streams, or he would be here, you know what I mean? I've talked to him, but we need a company that embraces masculinity to the fullest. Retro Neon, you raised a piece of shit. You might be right. And Mr. Pico Boulevard has become a member after 11 months. So there's one. Although he's not a brand new member. I wanted 2 brand new members, but I'll take it. 11 months in a row as a member, Mr. Pico Boulevard jumping back into the membership category. He's a guy who helps on the show, comes on the show, talks on the show sometimes, and he's always great in the chats. So thank you to Mr. Pico Boulevard for 11 months in a row.
You raised a piece of shit.
Being a member. Oh, look at that. We got another one. Now that's a brand new member. There we go. There's one. Fat Man On.
Fat Man On
has become a member. Thank you, Fat Man. All right, so I think we're at 61 now. We're on our way to 69, as you know. Thank you, Fat Man. Fat Man On. Fat Man On, Nyla Rose. Appreciate that membership, man. What's up? We're going to go to membership mode in a few minutes here. Appreciate it, bro. Get wet. So, update on House of Black trademark. That's an interesting story that's going on right now. Although Malakai Black is reportedly done with All Elite Wrestling for the time being, a trademark filing for the House of Black stable
You raised a piece of shit.
is active right now. So that's weird. So, United States Patent House of Black filed by AEW. So AEW is trying to file for the trademark for House of Black. Gonfall has become a member. There we go. Gonfall, what's up? Thank you for becoming a member. Holy shit, we're having a membership party. Now I think we can say it's a party. Once you get about 3 people becoming a member, like right after another, then it's party time. So we're on our way now, man. 60, probably.
You raised a piece of shit.
62. And number 63 coming in. Colonel Stutters standing at attention. Like, oh my God, Colonel Stutters. Thank you, Colonel Stutters. We are having a membership party. Now it's going off, bro. Now it's going off. Look at this shit. We're going crazy right now. We're going crazy right now, even though... I'm sorry. So House of Black files for a trademark in AEW. So, that's a bit of a power move too. Tony Khan intends to keep the House of Black active without Aleister Black or whatever. It looks like Tony Khan's keeping this a stable and a thing, and maybe he'll come back in 2 months when he takes his break. But right now, I don't know. Well, the membership party is underway, guys. It will stay a membership party.
You raised a piece of shit.
Until we lose, until these greens all disappear, the membership party is going, and it's going strong. And Arushin Chu has become a member again. He's one of the biggest supporters of this channel of all time, Arushin Chu, and he's back. He was a Twitch member for like 39 months in a row as like some kind of crazy record. I think SITH NEGAN might be the record holder now. I'm not sure, but now Arushin Chu becoming a member. Arushin Chu. Yo, Choo Choo Train is going through Arushin Chu. Thank you, Aru. It's good to see you, man. Fat Man on Ice. Everybody's getting their green badges. By the way, you will get my wife. You will get Tommy. You got Tommy like unlocked by Aru. You'll also get Leah, my wife. You'll get the middle finger. You'll get the monetize this logo. You'll get the JCS logo like Gonfall did, and eventually you'll get the other ones as well. So you will get all that when you are a member over the months. So Malakai, as I mentioned before, Malakai Black wanted out of his AEW contract. He was having some kind of breakdown or wanted to leave and be done. Tony Khan, allegedly, but I believe this to be true, Tony Khan said to Malakai Black, listen, man, take all the time you need. Take some time off. Take a month, take 2 months, and figure out what you want to do. And when you figure it out, we'll be here. And that's allegedly what Tony Khan has said. Now, also allegedly is that Tony Khan is going to pay him still for 30 more days while he takes a break. But then after that, he won't. His contract will start ticking again with no pay. And then and now what I've heard is that he has said that, oh, yeah, I don't need any more time. I want out. But that's not. I don't believe that to be true yet. So I don't believe that until I really hear it from a reputable person. So Malakai Black is on ice right now, and it's of his own doing. And Tony Khan said, listen, man, take some time. Don't quit. I don't want you to quit. I don't want you to go. Take some time, think about it, and then get back to me. But, and I don't know why Malakai Black is doing it. Is he doing it because Triple H has said, dude, come back? Get out of that thing and come back over here. Maybe. Or is he actually depressed and having an issue and something's going on and he really does need the time? I don't know. We're having a membership party. I know that. People are becoming members at will right now. Thank you. Or is Malakai Black really going to be done? But right now we don't have concrete evidence. But what we do know is that Tony Khan has applied for the House of Black trademark. So Tony Khan, whether Malakai Black is there or not, whatever the case is, Tony Khan intends for this to be a group and to be a stable. The House of Black to be a real stable with or without Malakai Black. Now, I believe, in my opinion, is that Malakai Black will take several weeks off and he'll come back relaunched. He'll come back and do something big to lead the group again in a month or 2 months. That's what I think might happen, but I'm 50-50 on that or him just saying to Tony Khan, nope, I want out.
You raised a piece of shit.
I got to get out of here.
I like to dip my wings in coffee brand coffee and put my Cornelius cookie inside Mindy's muffin.
Ooh. Listen, Mindy, there is no place like Mindy's muffins. Okay? Listen, if I was in Chicago, I would have headed right over to Mindy's Muffins or whatever, or Mindy's Bakery. I would have headed right over there because I would have been like, yo, I've got to check this place out. You know?
Shit bomb.
Absolutely.
Are these wrestlers retarded? I know they're divas.
You know, a lot of them are divas now, it feels like. Drew Bar, thanks for the $2 super chat. A lot of them are divas now, it feels like, but also they're just not, they don't have the mind, you know what I mean, that the old wrestlers had. They don't have the determination that the former wrestlers had. You know, it's like, you can tell. There was just a drive back in the day that you just don't see right now. A drive, a thirsty, just, you'll step on someone else's head to get to where you want to be. You know? They don't have that right now. They need that back, though. They really do. They need that thirst. They need that competitiveness. Now, AEW has it a bit now, right? With CM Punk and maybe Adam Page and the Young Bucks and some of the other guys and Eddie Kingston and all these people. You know, some of these guys have the competitive fire. Kind of. But a lot of them don't. By the way, if you guys want to try coffee brand coffee, I recommend you try coffee brand coffee right now. And I want you to order some, but I want you to order the pumpkin spice. Here's the link. There's the link in the chat. I just spammed it. Use that link. Save that link. Even if you're not going to order right now, you're going to think about it. Click that link and save it right now. I gave you the Coffee Brand Coffee link. Coupon code Cronin, 5% off to 15% off. Pumpkin spice is the new brand. All right? You want to try it. You want to go to shop and you want to try. You could try the light roast. You could try the caffeine. You know, you could really spice it up a bit. But I would go pumpkin spice, man. The brand new pumpkin spice is what I would try. And if you want to try all of it, they got a whole kit for you. And I'm telling you, man, I'm a coffee guy. I'm a big coffee person. I'm not really a beer guy. Everybody always kind of mistakes me for like a beer guy. And if you remember me when I used to do beer stuff with New York Man, you know, I just drink beer. I don't care. You know, I like beer, but I'm not crazy. But I am a little bit crazy about coffee. So I would recommend trying the whole kit and trying everything out and maybe doing a review on video or something like that if you want. I don't know. But definitely the pumpkin spice is the way to go right now. I mean, Halloween's coming up. Speaking of Halloween Havoc. I think it's a no-brainer that NXT has Halloween Havoc every year. But here's the thing that I want to criticize about NXT. Bro, NXT, they're celebrating their 1 year 2.0 anniversary. What the hell kind of thing to celebrate is that? With the death of NXT? Ladies and gentlemen, we're celebrating 1 year of NXT 2.0. Why are you celebrating NXT 2.0? NXT 2.0 kind of sucks. I mean, it's not. It's getting better, I will say that. But why are you celebrating the relaunch of NXT? It's a weird thing to celebrate and a stupid thing to celebrate, in my opinion. I mean, listen, I get it. Anything to promote something or to give a label to things, I would probably maybe do the same thing myself if I was, you know, drinking my own Kool-Aid, I suppose. And I understand it. Over-promote something and, you know, come up with any tagline you can to promote something. I understand. But, man, let's celebrate 1 year of NXT 2.0. No. How about go back to the way NXT used to be and start kicking ass again? How about you do that? Not celebrate 1 year of the relaunch of subpar NXT. Why would you do that? I just don't get that. That's a stupid thing. Like, I really laughed at that. I went, man, how fucking delusional, disconnected can you be when you're launching that? You know, that's a little goofy to me. I just can't get behind that. That is just stupid, in my opinion. I understand some people don't, you know, some people like it and whatever else. I get it. Fine. But I can't get behind that. I think that's dumb. I just don't get the logic on that. Well, the membership party is over, everybody. The membership party is ended. It looks like the top, but Allison Takwa, her donation is still standing strong at the top there. Thank you guys so much for the support and the donos. NXT 2.0 blows. Damn. Carmelo needs to get out of NXT and go to the main roster. I agree. Listen, I've grown up watching Carmelo. I called one of his first matches ever. I'm friends with the guy. Wonderful person. I've always enjoyed him in the ring. I never thought he would hit these, that he would just, boom, he would hit this heights that he's hit in NXT out of nowhere. It's like you could see this in him, but then you were like, man, no one's ever going to use him because he's smaller and things like that. But God, this guy's got such good talent that it's too bad, man. He could be in like all these things. And I went from saying that and thinking that.
You raised a piece of shit.
He's there.
Drew Barr is right. Wrestlers had the mind of Chris Benoit and the heart of Kerry Von Erich.
Oh.
Today they have the brain of Ryback and the hepatitis of Hannibal.
Oh my God. Well, according to Ryback, one of AEW's top EVPs, Pat Buck, wrestles old men sexually for money. So that's according to Ryback, though. But now, Raggedy Ann Redhead is suspended from AEW, so. Allegedly, when the Young Bucks went to CM Punk's door, this is the brand new take on this. This is the thing I didn't know, right? I thought that Pat Buck and, people like that ran in to break up the fight, in which case I was like, well, why would Pat Buck and them be suspended for trying to go in and break up the fight? Wouldn't they be commended for that? But the reason why Pat Buck is in trouble and these guys are in trouble is because they accompanied the Young Bucks to Punk's locker room. And essentially went in or helped go in to the locker room. Whereas Tony Khan probably would have rathered that Pat Buck and others were like, no, you're not going in there. Stay out of his locker room. And instead, they sort of went there to supervise it. So while Pat Buck and them allegedly didn't necessarily start the fight or like go in there to fight too, they went in with the Young Bucks. So they went in like, yes, let's go in and confront him. I'll be there with you. And so Tony Khan is like, yo, what the fuck? You should have been the one to say like, no, dude, we're not going to go in there. Or no. But you went with them to be part of it in some way. And even if maybe in Pat Buck's mind, though, Pat Buck was like, well, listen, they were going to go there anyway. So I figured I'll go and, I'll be there to make sure nothing bad happens. But what he really should have done, I guess. But also, these guys are more senior, tenured EVPs. So I don't know who outclasses who. I would think that Pat Buck outclasses the Bucks because Pat Buck is like one of the sidemen of Tony Khan now, and they're just sort of on the bottom of the EVPs at this point, even though they started the company. So I don't know how that pecking order works. Someone would have to explain that to me. But according to, Ryback, Pat Buck sexually has like sexual wrestling with old men for millions of dollars so that he can make money and will steal money from people. So, that's what Ryback said. Whatever, that means. Let's go to the clip because it's always such a fun clip.
To be on a why would WWE
3,000 weeks later.
Here's the other funny thing about Ryback is Ryback was going to get Pat Buck fired by the WWE, but that never happened. And not only did Ryback not get Pat Buck fired by the WWE, but Ryback can't get him fired by AEW either. And Pat Buck actually has been moving back and forth between WWE and AEW at will. So Ryback failed in getting Pat Buck fired.
He is as big of a piece of shit.
Pat Buck under the bus. Saucy in here.
And I talked to the higher ups, some people at WWE, and I told them straight up, you got to watch out for this guy. And I know John Laurinaitis likes him, but he is as big of a piece of shit that there is human being wise. And from stealing from his grandmother and the shit with his father, let alone in the shit stealing from me. So I decided, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and point blank tell everybody what happened. Because you can Martin Luther King it all day long where you turn the other cheek, but Martin Luther King also got fucking shot dead. So, and he's making money off of me the entire time. So when that all happens, I choose not to talk about it on the show because I think it's just bullshit. I know he's going to want attention, and I'm not going to fucking give it to him because nobody's going to remember him at the end of the day as time goes on. He decides to go start up his own
Nobody's ever going to remember Pat Buck. Nobody's ever going to remember Pat Buck. He worked for WWE for 2 years. Pat Buck worked for WWE for 2 years. And then Pat Buck was on television for several years in WWE as an agent and behind the scenes. And now Pat Buck is in AEW, and we talk about him all the time, and now he's suspended, so we're talking about him even more. So as time goes on, I don't know, man. I think people might actually remember him, Ryback.
Show weeks later, and again, this is a testament to the kind of human being that he is. And the first show he goes on to, and I'm an asshole, my ego is out of control, no facts based on anything, but 1 week he's totally fine. Now all of a sudden I have all these issues with me that were never ever an issue until he got called out for stealing. So, and again, I didn't acknowledge anything. He'd been fronted, set $3,000 in ad money for the show for one of our sponsors that I gave him up front. He's got hired for whatever he was, a producer, I don't know, in WWE, and he was on 2 backstage little things. Do you think the dirt sheets are writing who that random guy that nobody knows is and happens to have all his credentials on it? Or do you think that maybe that guy wrote that up and sent it to his buddy and puts it out? And they got to be very careful having that guy in their meetings because he will do things for money. 100% on the back end, and information will get leaked out. Am I going to say 100% he's going to do that? I can't say for sure because he's done it though in the past, all leading up throughout developmental and put shit out all the way up through knowing me. I got him when I left WWE, and we had the idea of doing the podcast. The first thing was, and it was my show, he put the show in his name. That was the beginning of where things got really weird, and lied to me for over a year about it because what he was hoping was that I would go back to WWE, and he'd had a podcast before. He wanted me to go. He didn't know the injuries, even though I told him how hurt I was. He, in his mind, if I go back to wrestling, he would then have my following, and the show was in his name, and he could change the show to whatever he wanted and do another wrestling show and whatnot. So that was the first thing. The falling out happened, Raj, when I had him on the show, but he was booking everything for me, getting 10% of everything. So he would do his WrestlePro shows, and we had a set fee for me on everything on that. And he would never ask me to do his shows. He would just book me on.
Could this be why they wanted $2,000 to be on my show so he could get $200 out of it? I don't know, allegedly. I could be wrong about that, but I mean, could be why. Because if Ryback comes on my show for free, nobody gets anything. But if he comes on the show for $2,000, oh. Very weird. I actually like Pat Buck. I don't know him at all. I kind of like Pat Buck for some reason. I don't know what it is. I mean, I've seen him in person. He seemed pretty nice. And mostly what Ryback says is usually a lie. So it's hard to say. But it's like, I don't know who's lying in this situation, but Ryback is saying this. And I mean, we've covered this for a long time. But so Pat Buck goes in with the Young Bucks, to face CM Punk, and that's why I guess he's suspended, because he was part of it. Instead of being a guy to break up the fight, he was kind of part of it in many ways. So, I assume that's what got him suspended, because a lot of people said, why did Pat Buck get suspended? What the hell is that about? A lot of people believe that Pat Buck tried to scam me because Ryback got angry that I said that they wanted $2,000 for a podcast, and then Ryback called me a liar. So Ryback thinks that they would never say that. He called me a liar. He believes what he says. I say I'm not a liar. This is what you told my producer guy. And in Pat Buck, we find out, is the guy who was speaking with my producer. Ryback never says sorry, never says, oh, Joe, you were right. I mean, so maybe there is something up with Pat Buck. I don't know. My door is always open to Pat Buck. If he ever wants to talk to me or send me a message or say, nah, man, none of that shit's true or right, or, Ryback's fucking insane. I don't know. I mean, dude, I am open to whatever. You tell me, I don't know. I can only make speculation on what is happening and then go off of Ryback's words about Pat Buck. I haven't even heard Pat Buck retort this, you know? And so what? So what if Pat Buck wrestled a guy who wanted to wrestle? If some old guy wanted to wrestle with Pat Buck or wrestle guys and he wanted to pay Pat Buck money for it, who like how is that stealing money? If the guy wanted to pay for the service, you know what I mean? Well, I don't even understand that. Like, sure, that's a little weird, but bro, I'll wrestle you. I'll wrestle a 90-year-old guy. Dude, I'll lick your fucking grundle while I'm wrestling you for $1 million. You know what I mean? At this point, I'll do anything for my family. You know, at this point, seriously, you're a 50-year-old guy out there and you're attracted to me and you want to give me $50,000? I'll show up at your goddamn Oklahoma ranch and I'll stroke you. You know, at this point, I'll do anything. I'm serious. So I don't, you know, that's weird a little bit, but I don't think that's stealing money from him unless there's something else. But that's just, you know, he to me, it sounds like he fucking performed a job, you know? And he didn't, like, bang the guy, so it's not illegal. You know what I mean? He didn't, like, bang the dude, I guess, right? So I don't even care. The guy made money doing something, you know? Now, if he was... And I guess there, you know, I get there is a little bit of a gray line. Somebody with like dementia who has money who's like, oh, you know, maybe you're taking advantage a little bit. I don't know. Maybe. But if the guy is like, listen, I have no family. I've got millions of dollars. I got no one to give this money to anyway. And I'm going to die soon. I just want to rub up with you and you know, have a wrestling match. Hey, man. Charge the guy and make some money, and you know he gets what he wanted on the end of his life. You get to make money. You know his money goes to someplace good. You have a family. You're a younger guy. Well, I don't. You know that doesn't bother me. You know Ryback trying to be like, gotcha.
I gotcha, Pat Buck. Ha ha. Yeah, you made money off an old guy.
Well, if that's the case, then WWE makes money off of retards too. So every time people with fucking special needs and stuff and other mental issues buy WWE tickets and buy the $7,000 belts on WWE.com, they're taking advantage of everybody.
Ryback is equivalent of White Virgil. Hope Saudi show this year is closer to Clash at Castle. I only have bad memories of Saudi-like Taker versus Goldberg and bald-ass Shawn Michaels, although Titus O'Neil entrance busting ass is legendary.
You know what, Joe Cronin's Grundle Sniffer? You just gave me a vision that Saudi Arabia is like some kind of alternate universe. But I will say that recently some of the Saudi Arabia events have been pretty good, actually, so they've been nice. But you're right, there are a lot of bad memories from Saudi Arabia. Bill Goldberg can't jackhammer somebody, almost killed The Undertaker. Shawn Michaels' bald head. And there's a bunch of other examples that I don't remember, and you just even gave some. But you're right. Saudi Arabia is like an alternate universe where it's WWE hell. You're right. Shawn Michaels, the bald Shawn. But Shawn wrestled his ass off in that match and carried everybody. You know what I mean? Kane and The Undertaker were whatever. Triple H, unfortunately, got injured pretty badly. And, you know, Shawn had to go balls to the wall doing whatever.
Ryberg, yeah. You want to mess around with Ryberg?
Listen, guys, I don't got much time left, so please, if you want to say something in Super Chat or use the donation link up top, do it now. And now we're going to go to members only mode. So we're going to go to members only mode, and I'm going to read the chat for the members. So we are switching over to members only mode. Love to hear from the members. At this point, let's see what we got. Yeah, Saudi Arabia is in some kind of like an alternate hell wrestling WWE universe.
I'm personally going to get Pat Buck fired, so I hope he knows that.
Remember when Ryback said that? That was so funny. I got to find that clip. It's an amazing clip. Phantom on Ice is the first member to say something down below. And he says... he says, Ryback versus Goldberg, first one with a broken nose loses. That could, you know, believe it or not, that could end up taking a while. That could end up taking a while to get one of them to break their noses. Yo, Phantom, thank you for becoming a member today and dropping that comment. Much appreciated, man. We're going to read every comment. I don't care how stupid it is, how minuscule it is. We are going to read every comment from all the members who want to say anything down below for the last 5 to 10 minutes of this show. Grid 414 says $100 SpongeBob baths add up a good amount. Yes. In fact, I was watching SpongeBob the other day. It's a lot of fun. Kiddos. Louis Urdaneta says stupid idiot. Stupid idiot. Oh, it says broken neck. Oh, thank you, DWELSH. Doesn't say nose, it says neck. Broken neck. I'm sorry. I'm a handicapped person myself, pretty much. So I'm pretty stupid. So we gotta acknowledge how dumb I am. Mr. Pico Boulevard says broken grundle. He is a member as well. We're having a membership only. Guys, we switched to membership mode in the chat just for a little bit. Don't get upset if you're not a member. I just taken some time for the members here. 10 minutes or so. Mr. Pico Boulevard, broken grundle. Arushin Chu, member Arushin Chu says, in WWE 2K22, I have Ryback and Goldberg as a tag team called Roid Bros. You want to step in the ring with Roid Bros? That's messed up. Sponge bath, Joe? I am reading the comments. Oh my God. DWELSH, I might be having a stroke, bro. I might be having a stroke, brother. I bet you I'm having a stroke. I'm reading everything wrong, dude. I've either got a stroke or I've got a mental disability, which we probably know I do have. It's probably that, DWELSH. Thank you, DWELSH. I'm stupid. Mr. Pico Boulevard says broken neck scissors. Scissor me, daddy. Colonel Stutters says, get grundled. Yeah, get grundled. Yeah, why don't you just get fucking grundled? Grid 414 says, and get Retromania Wrestling. It's pretty damn fun. Is that a video game? Retromania Wrestling, is that a video game, dude? Huh. I'll look that up. I'll figure out what that is. And by the way, thanks to everybody else who's been hitting the like button all stream. And thanks to Allison Tukwab, who Allison is the top donation at $49.99. Allison, thank you for supporting my show like you did there. Thank you very much. That will help me out, I'm sure. Although Google's going to take 30% and the government's going to take 20%, so that's actually $25 when you think about it. Goddamn government and Google. Talking about Ryback will give anyone a stroke, says Fat Man on Ice. You're right about that. Mr. Pico says, sessions, not scissors. You are stroking out. Am I really this bad? God damn. Arushin Chu says their catchphrase is feed me needles. Feed me needles. Fat Man on Ice says, are getting the new AEW game. Am I getting the new... if I'm doing fairly well financially, I will try the new AEW game. Maybe I'll try to get AEW to give me a copy of it or something. I don't know. I doubt they will, but I'll try. My biggest connection in AEW was Cody Rhodes, and he's not there anymore. But maybe if I have a lot of money, which I won't, but if I'm doing well enough, I will maybe buy the AEW video game to review it and stuff like that. But I don't know. I haven't bought Madden yet. I haven't bought NHL yet. I'm not going to be buying anything. The last 2 years have been like that, really. Ever since the end of 2020, I've kind of like, nope. Grid says yes. I don't know what that's in reference to. Luis Urdaneta is laughing. Urdaneta, sorry. $30 on Xbox Store. Oh, that's the other wrestling game that's $30 on the store? I'll check that out. Mr. Pico Boulevard says, Takwab. Like saying that name. Grid 414, and I'm still waiting for you to clip all as one. Flair, fuck Ric Flair, then Ryback, feed me more, then Wings. I got to get the Flair things back. I haven't had them up in a while.
Biggest, most jacked guy, and please let me come.
When you play your little fuck games.
Don't play your little fuck games. When Minnesota gets mad at me, he screams at me that I play fuck games. Did you guys know that I play fuck games? Apparently.
When you play your little fuck games.
I'm shocked. All right, got about 2 minutes left.
When you play your little fuck games.
Let's see if there's any more news that might have broken since I've been live. And I don't think there's any brand new news that's really broken. There is another report that WWE is redesigning the top titles. We knew about that, and I gave my opinion on that. I gave my 100% opinion. I believe they should bring back all the classic belts, but make them 15% different with a little bit of a spicing up. Bring back the old Winged Eagle belt. Make the strap almost dark blue. Make the belt slightly bigger. Maybe spice up the IC belt classic one a little bit. And maybe even bring back the classic tag titles with a little bit of a spicing up there. So I would just basically bring back all the classic belts with a 15% retrofitted version. And that's what I would do. It would be so fun to have a nostalgia thing, but also to have the belts have like a slightly new little bit of a twist. That's what I would do if I'm, Triple H and WWE. As far as the belts go, that's exactly what I would do. I would love to see that. And that's what I want to see. And it looks like they are doing something like that. Leah still said, sucky, sucky. I'll go to my grave with that belief, says Mr. Pico Boulevard. That's interesting. Luis Urdaneta says, Tony Khan needs to stop worrying about WWE because that's what's going to be his downfall. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I do think he needs to kind of lay off of that, no doubt about it. He does have to lay off of that. I do have to go in a second because I'm working on trying to refinance my house and refinance a bunch of stuff. Joey needs 100K. I need 100K. Who's got 100K out there? I'll wrestle you. I'll sexually wrestle you for 100K. No. But no, I gotta go to that meeting. I got a meeting coming up here. Allison Takwab. I like that one. Why do you play your little fuck games? Yeah, I don't know why this guy said that I play fuck games. We got in a fight a while back.
When you play your little fuck games.
They certainly laugh at your misfortunes, fuckers.
Tony needs to stop worrying about WWE's downfall. Luis Urdaneta, I think it's partially what they need to stop doing, but they need to capitalize on the drama they have in their company right now. They've got to capitalize on this. They can't shy away from it. Oh no, we're no toxicity. No, bring it. They need to capitalize. I've already said in my other streams how they could have really brought this out and done a great job exposing this and having a great time with it. They screwed up, man. I really believe that. Who's stronger, Joe? You or Garguts? Oh, I would beat Garguts all day. I love Garguts to death, but no, dude. I would kick Garguts before he ever knew what was going on. I love Garguts. I don't think he's a fighter. I don't think I'm much of a fighter either, but I would take out Garguts, man. Thank you, Arushin Chu, DWELSH, Mr. Pico, and everybody else. Grid414 says, in Jungle Boy, Dante Martin could be brothers from another mother. Look at them side by side. Might be right. Mr. Pico Boulevard says Garguts fears wine glasses. Yeah, I think you might be right about that, too. No doubt about that. Well, let's wrap it up. I got to wrap it up. I'm up against the clock. I said 3:30, and it's now 3:30. I got to go do my other stuff. I got a lot of things to do. I might be back later tonight, potentially tonight, maybe.
God, give me the Young Bucks 2-on-1.
Garguts fears wine. I agree with you. WWE does their thing and donate knowledge to them. That's my opinion. Allison Tukwab. Allison, thank you, Allison. DWELSH, thank you. Mr. Pico Boulevard, Arushin Chu. Thanks to everybody who became members on this stream today. Thank you guys for becoming members and hitting the like button and sharing the streams everywhere and becoming patrons on Patreon. I put up a couple of things on Patreon. Bro, there's so much on Patreon that you guys might have missed. So check out Patreon. I gotta go check on my son, man. He's got a fever. That's the other thing going on. It's a crazy fucking day. If you're on Patreon, you guys can get all this stuff, all this bonus stuff. We're talking about thousands of bonus content, podcasts that you don't hear anywhere. Me and my wife's podcasts, there's over 20, I believe. You get alerts whenever I post a video. You get exclusive behind-the-scenes stuff, like a song about my dog. I made a goddamn song for my dog. It's up on Patreon right now. You can download it if you want to feel the cringe. There it is, the song about my dog. Plus, Joe Cronin reacts. I react to Ric Flair and the CM Punk situation. Listen to what Ric Flair said about CM Punk and what I thought about it. A 13-minute audio clip you only get on Patreon. And then there's hour-long shows that you don't get anywhere else. You get all the alerts. You get everything else. You get bonus clips like the Elite talking about what they thought about the fight and my reaction to that opinion on Patreon as well. And all the comments and all you guys are part of it. 165 patrons right now. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Check it out right now. And if you want to become a $25 producer, you will get your name put on the plaque like all the other $25 producers and everything else we do here. There is so much content, it will make your goddamn head will explode. There's 300 episodes of the Corrupted Podcast almost. There's 230 episodes of Morning Madness. There's 45 bonus wrestling posts now. There's 140 songs that I've made. 140 songs. Note to self, 35 episodes. 20 episodes of me and my wife. My podcast with me and my mother. And so many other things and crazy shit. Thank you to the $25 producers. Todd Fair, Red Poison, Brian Jardine, Alan Stover, Snarkbait, Colonel Stutters, Dion Edwards, Jack Leonard, Cold Brew Crew, Stevio, the man, Sith freaking Negan, the Lord, the Dark Sith, Sith Negan, the Enemy Design, V-Man, Nikki J, the Weed God, Drew Bar 100, CJ Rella, Matt Rossmeyer, Alex O'Donnell, Kalel Bama, and JD Venom are all $25 a month producers of the Joe Cronin Show. Thank you guys for making this show exist. We need more producers, man. Badly. You guys are beasts. Play your fuck games. Have a good day at work. Or it's whatever you're doing. You're going home to your families, I hope. I'm going to work. Whatever you guys are doing, enjoy it. Thank you for becoming members today as well.
When you play your little fuck game.
They certainly laugh at your misfortunes, fuckers.
Thank you guys in the chat. Tukwab. If you can't hit that like button on the way out, we're done, guys. See you later. See you tonight.
You fucking mark! You fucking mark!
You fucking are going
to come kill you right now because you're a fucking idiot.
Oh, I'm a fuck. What? Say that again. You fucking are going
to come kill you right now because you're a fucking idiot.
Oh, I'm a fuck. What? Say that again.